Good morning, Busy Bees. It's Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. Here's your morning news rundown in under 5 minutes. Well, Capital One says it closed more than 300 Trump accounts over money laundering claims. Capital One is providing new details about why it closed more than 300 bank accounts back in 2021. His family sued Capital One, claiming the accounts were closed for political reasons following January 6th attack. But Capital One says internal reviews found account activity matching federal warning signs for possible money laundering. The bank says anti-money laundering department reviewed the accounts for months before closing them. Where's this lawsuit? Because then we'll get access to the information about Trump's bank accounts. This case will go nowhere because Trump doesn't want that information out there. This, as we learned through the settlement of Trump's lawsuit against the IRS, Trump, two of his sons, and Trump Organization retained protection involving certain tax returns and disputes that already existed when the settlement was signed. So Todd Blanche protected Donald Trump, and our government, our Congress, our Senate went along right with it. Can this be reversed? Yes, but not automatically. The Justice Department could seek to renegotiate or rescind the settlement, but that would likely require an agreement from parties of further court action. Congress could pass legislation limiting special audit protections or requiring stronger oversight, although such a bill would need enough votes and could face presidential veto. Not if we take the House and the Senate and we pass it by 2/3. We can get rid of this. This is not forever. It doesn't have to be forever. And don't let them fool you into thinking that this cannot be reversed. We have ways of rescinding this, and it starts with voting. Head Start is in the crosshairs of the Trump administration. Now, this provides, basically care for your children at a low cost or no cost. This was a great benefit to me as I was coming up, in my career, and I wasn't making anything, right? I started off as a telephone operator, I think making $5 an hour, if that. I thought I made a ton of money back then, but I was also living in a low income area, working my way, trying to figure things out. And I had my kid at 24 years old. And unfortunately, I didn't finish college. There was a whole host of family reasons. And then my mother passed away, which was devastating to me at that age. 23, 24, with a 1-year-old. I actually had my daughter's birthday party at the hospital where my mother had her stroke, Metropolitan Hospital in Harlem. Head Start literally gave me a head start. Not only provided, education for her early age and basically free daycare, but it gave me a head start where I didn't have to spend a lot of money out of pocket. And this is what they're going after. It makes no sense, but it makes all the sense in the world because, the rich hate the poor people, but they need the poor people as slaves, to work for them for peanuts. All right. And along that same vein, Anthropic CEO makes a crazy statement yesterday. So CEO Dario Amodei says he's concerned that new employees are joining the artificial intelligence company for money rather than for the mission. People need money. We can't shop at the store with the mission. Most people are in their careers to get paid. Not everyone is there for martyrdom. The martyrs are the teachers, right? The nurses and doctors that work for low wages. Those are the martyrs. Those are the heroes. People who go into corporate America, they're going in there to make money. It would help if we like the mission, but that doesn't always happen, right? So we can't eat air. We need money to eat food. The U.S.-Iran talks are in jeopardy after a ship is struck near the Strait of Hormuz. The status of peace talks are always up in the air. With Trump saying they're closed, Iran saying we're not even negotiating. We don't know what this guy's talking about. So we don't know. Trump keeps saying this is Iran's last chance. We're going to send them back to the Stone Age, and we're all just waiting with bated breath. Those are the stories I'm going to cover. Stay smart, stay safe, stay informed. Like, share, and follow if you can.